Hey, it's Monday, Lock and Load. We're live and we're loaded or we're locked. Anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed the Matt's theater movie tactical response chat that they had there on how not to die in a movie theater shooting. And so, because that was pretty interesting, I would just jump up and say, "Don't panic, I'm from the internet." But anyway, oh, let me turn off my echo. Always forget to turn off the echo in my external YouTube version. But anyway, so the world's been a mess lately. We got China took a 8.5% stock market dump today. 8.5%. That's the biggest loss they had since 2008, I think, or 2007 in one day. 8.5%. So I don't know how many. I think they lost 1.7 trillion dollars in one day of market cap. So, anyway, and Trump is causing all kinds of problems for everybody, and it's all fun to watch. So, I made an interesting list today. So somebody asked a question on a prepper forum that I thought was interesting. We all have a wish list. So, what is on your prepper wish list? So I think I posted it earlier, but let me copy it and post it in the HVS HV Squad chat. But it's a war rig, 338 Lapua rifle with scope rings and mount, radio comm setup, bug out estate in a rainforest, 50,000 gallon water tank, 3 guard towers, bunkhouse, command bunker, helicopter, gyrocopter, fully equipped jungle combat platoon, solar wind power system, 40 kilowatt 3-phase power generator, seed supply, gasoline storage tank, heavy machine shop equipment, airstrip, fully stocked bar with satellite dish, air filtration system, scuba gear, night vision mod, deuce, flamethrower, reloading equipment, tracked armor vehicle. That's it. That's all I want. That's all that's on my list. The others, let's see what other stuff I did. I've been my South African Defense Force Pattern 83 Mad Max battle jacket. Well, at least it's a South African Defense Force jacket. Used is supposed to get here tomorrow, according to the post office. And I'm sharpening a few knives. I'm working on my AK knife on the new Spyderco. I'm going to make a video of that, sharpening an AK bayonet on my Spyderco triangle sharp maker. And that's basically has industrial sapphire, like triangle rods. And, with holes and slots, you put them in at a, 40-degree total, 20 degrees each side, which would be good for a survival blade like that. Or they also have a 30, which is 30 degrees, 15 degrees each side for 15-degree angle on each side for a sharper, tactical knife or kitchen blades or stuff like that. And there's a few other things you can do with it, but it's a pretty easy system to use. So that video is going to come up soon. And we got a new member of Gun Channels who just joined for a week so ago. And so this is Mark, and he's got a couple ARs. You're about to tell me you got one there for you and one for your wife.
Yep, I did. Got the first one for myself. Then one for my wife was a one that I actually built back in the 90s and forgot about it. Interesting story how I ended up putting Magpul furniture on it.
Yeah, well, I guess they make I'm just looking at people's typing. I guess that's all Magpul furniture, right?
Hmm. Well, the new one that I bought myself, it of course has Magpul on it, and I figure I had to keep that thing in the closet hidden for a couple of months. And I figure the only way I can bring it out is if I present one to my wife. And she's never seen the one that I built. Of course, an old A2 upper. So I put pink Magpul furniture on it and gave it to her and told her it's an old rifle. And with hopes that she doesn't look up and see the history of Magpul furniture. And of
So,
course, she hasn't shot at it at all.
well, see, so she's not too into guns, so she wouldn't know all that stuff.
Right.
Well, that makes it easy. Let's see. Hey, Redbud, you drinking beer out there? I see you in external. Let's see. What else? I think silver. I've been watching. I know everybody hates when I say it, but silver is at like 15 cents above its 5-year low right now. Checking that out. Waiting for it to drop a little bit more before I start hoarding bars. Um, oh yeah, today I just told G Webs they were chopping down the trees, and speaking of uh, magazines, anyway, like I had some P mags and Lancer Advanced Warfighter mags, and they were just chopping down the palm trees outside, and so I took out my parang and grabbed some ferns so I can use some tropical and the palm tree leaves to cut off a section of it, so I could just use it for camouflage patterns. So I could just get my Krylon camo paint, spray paint all my mags, and working. That's another thing I'm working on, and so I got about a stack of knives I need to sharpen with that Spyderco triangle maker, and then when that Mad Max type of South African Defense Force battle jacket gets here, it's used, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to wash it and sew it, and I don't know how bad it's gonna be. So yes, I'll find that out. And no, Sinister. I setting up a still. Well, actually, I did buy a pallet of Costco, the toilet paper at Costco, but I don't have a still set up yet. But I do have a lot of booze saved up, and anyway, so that's what I've been working on for the last few days. Not really all that much. I know G Web started a new dogs of gun channel, which I thought was pretty interesting. Had the dog incident there that happened. You have to actually listen to some lobby or something to find out what that's all about. But and there seems to be some competition going on for those. Oh, I know it's a competition for the gun channel's credits, but I have this link that I want to share with you guys, at least on that I thought was interesting. It's the top 5 guns on Gunbroker for each category. In case anybody doesn't know what to buy. Let's see. I'm going to throw this in the. Where is it? Yep. So there it is. It's the HV. I'll throw it out in the lobby and then on the internal. And let's see. All my pages. Yep. Yep. There it is. So thought that was pretty interesting because you guys were talking about some of these in the other chat in NEA. So let's see, new firearms. Oh, geez, Taurus PT 111 semi-autos, Colt 1911, Kel-Tec PMR 30, XDS, Glock 19 for the top 5 new firearms. Revolvers. Heritage Arms Rough Rider, Taurus Judge, S&W 686, Taurus 85, and S&W 629. Ruger 1022s, they never die. AR-15s, Keltec Sub 2000, M&P 15, Springfields M1. And lever action, Henry Repeating Arms, Golden Boy and Big Boy. And then the Marlin you were talking about, Marlin 1895. I think you guys were talking about something like that there. And that was number 3. The new ones, I'm not even sure what a Henry Repeating Arms H004 is. Maybe somebody in the chat will know that one. Rossi 92. Used pistols, H&K USP. I guess those are the 45s. And revolvers, Colt Python is number 1. Those things are expensive. Are you kidding me? Do they? Geez, everybody's buying Colt Pythons. It's the number 1 gun sold on Gunbroker for used revolvers. That's amazing. Let's see what else. Rouge single 6, 686, 6 Smith & Wessons at the bottom there. Damn. So I don't have too much to add to the theater argument that they had there. I think I would just try and get out alive. That would be my. Oh yeah. Semi-autos. The pump action, the Keltec KSG Mossberg 500. Gee, the one I own isn't even on there. Benelli Supernova. Oh well. Cowboy action shooting Bond's Arm Snake Slayers, number 3. Anyway. So, anybody got anything new happening? I'm going to actually look at the external. There's no pineapples on the list, Grant. 22 Golden Boys and HO04. I don't know the model numbers on some of this stuff. Let's see. Glock 22. Miata pistols. I think the only thing I would be really interested in is an H&K USP out of the semi. That's. I wonder what those are going for. Gun brokers. Have a quick look. I think they used that. That was in the gun that they used in Blood Diamonds, the 45 version. Denny Archer. Damn, they're kind of expensive. Oh, hope the 40 caliber isn't. The 45 is our. USP burnt bronze, 12 rounds. Oh, well, that'd be freaking illegal here, but I don't even know if they make a 10-round mags for that then. Yeah, he had a 45 USP, but didn't seem to have too much recoil for some reason in the movie. Yeah, I think he walked up to a couple of guys with AKs who thought he was a prisoner of his Salman Gandhi friend, and then he just popped it out and blew them both away before they just had a surprised look on their face or something. Maybe that would be something you should take into a movie theater. I don't know. Hey, Wayne.
What's up, man?
Our topic, geez, what did I write down the topic was? I didn't really have too much of a special topic today. I have to write down to see what the hell, look and see what the heck it was. Just the world's a mess. China market crashed 8.5%, you know, the politics being what it is. And, oh, in case you didn't see, President Obama, he gave that Muslim, I don't know what it means. I'm not an expert on this, but got an email from somebody. And actually, I don't think I have AOL up. Hang on. Yes, I know I still have AOL because I'm old. But he had this one Muslim finger sign up that I guess I don't know what it means, but I guess it's a Islamic thing. I have to research it, so I don't know what it means. But apparently everybody in the Islamic Republic uses it too.
And this wasn't some Photoshop bit.
No, I don't think so. It looked like a trip from just yesterday in Ethiopia, or not Ethiopia. I think it was even in Kenya. I'm not sure. Give me a second. Shadaha. It's called a Shadaha. All right, let me screen share this photo. It's called Bearing Witness. Geez, let me. All right, let's get out of this screen share and get into another one.
I like your patch. Is that a self portrait?
Yeah,
Well,
I pop up in the movie theater and then everybody feels safe.
Except you're carrying the wrong gun. You don't have an AR.
The night is young. I could just buy one. Still, the gun shop is open for another 10 minutes.
Yeah. Run down, buy one.
Well,
you have to wait a couple days, don't you?
No, I don't have to wait for a rifle at all.
Yeah. Good.
I can run in there, buy a rifle if you want to run the chat for the next 10 minutes.
Well, go ahead. But, if gun shop was open, I could run and grab anything I want and walk out with it.
Well, I don't think I need any more guns except maybe that H&K, but I don't think anybody around here has one.
You don't, really, you only need 3 firearms. Everything else is once, right?
3 firearms?
Yeah, rifle, shotgun, and pistol.
Sure.
That's all you quote unquote need. But of course, me being a gun guy, I always need more guns than I already have.
I got no shotgun.
You got no shotgun.
Nope.
All right. Well, check this out, guys, real quick here for a minute. Then we can go. You can go back to giving me shit. Shadaha, bear witness. All right. So, let's see what the next one is. I don't know if all these pictures will show up. So this is, I guess, some Islamic meaning. I don't know what this is. If it's a
nice
regular. Here's the ISIS guys with the finger up in the air, right?
Doesn't that mean like we're number one?
I don't know what it means. It's called a Shadah. It's called bearing witness.
Tell me that picture's not real.
I have no idea.
I'd skip. Go to the next one.
I'd probably assume that probably is real.
Let's move along.
And it freezes. There we go.
Here's another one. So it looks like all the ISIS guys have this, right?
The only bad thing about going through these pictures is you're bringing attention to them. And
wait till I get to the end. Wait till I get to the end. I got one more picture there.
I mean, well, at least
he has a peace sign. He has 2 up.
No, that's somebody's nose you're looking at.
Oh, that is a nose.
Yeah, but usually that's like a reaction that I usually do.
Right. Hey.
Not.
There's a close-up.
That's basically my bite me sign. That's a little out of context.
You think?
Yeah. You don't know what he's doing. It's hard to take a picture of especially with a guy pointing a finger into there. It's hard to look at just a snapshot and see what's going on.
Well, in every high school in the United States on a Friday night, you're going to see a bunch of teenagers doing the exact same thing.
Yep.
Yeah, but it means something different to them than it does to the Islamic State. So I didn't know what it was. I said
you
that
don't
up
know
front.
what he did. Okay.
Said that
you
up
don't know
front.
what it was.
Yeah, but that's the problem. That's a very generic kind of.
Very.
Yeah.
Right. We're number one.
Now, if he was throwing a West Side Gang or symbol or something like that, or a Crip symbol, that's totally different.
Red or blue.
That would be awesome. I would.
Well, I mean, he was wearing kind of a blue tie, wasn't he?
All right. Well,
I'm just messing with you guys.
it was on there. I shared it, and now everybody's aware of it. And I wasn't trying to do anything wrong or anything. But anyway,
Ohio 45 said it was for pull my finger.
Finger's got to be pointed forward a little bit more.
Well, I'm just saying that's what he said.
hey, Mark, try not to make too much noise there, shuffling around.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking through Facebook, and this is hilarious. This guy is at a driving range with a shotgun, and after everyone, like, he's like hiding in the stalls, and as someone tees up and swings and hits their golf ball, he goes and shoots the golf ball out of the air.
That would be fun.
That would be awesome. And all the reactions people are all the reactions are hilarious.
Just put a silencer on that bad boy. Just blow him out of the sky. And just...
No, it looks like it's a 500 or 870. That is awesome.
That would be a golf game I'd actually enjoy.
Especially if they're the exploding ones or something like that.
So it's a static picture. It's not a video.
No, it is a video.
Oh, did you post the link?
Yeah, I'll try to pull it up on Facebook and see if I can't share it.
I like this H&K. I've never heard of Omaha Outdoors before, but
I didn't know H&K did colored frames.
yeah, apparently they do. This is a FDE. They have bronze also. This is a flat dark earth, they say. But it's like over $1,000 for that one. $1,049 plus shipping.
All right.
All right, let me get out of this one. So, Foose, you got something to share there?
Yeah. Let me present. Whoa.
Ooh, you just totally cooled out my Glock there. Multi-phasic Glock.
Okay, let's take another look at it.
Here he is.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'd have to beat his ass because that's loud as shit. So that's going to be like hearing damage.
Well, yeah, it's definitely a
Staged. It's staged.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's they're dummy around stuff, but still, it's kind of funny.
Yeah. Well, because clearly the golfers don't know who the guy is. They look at him like, first of all, who are you? Then what are you doing?
Well, and if you see it whenever he shoots, there's no recoil in the shotgun either.
Yeah.
So yeah, but still, I just came across my Facebook feed and it was kind of funny.
That would be awesome though if you like owned that. You could just have someone out there with the the hearing protection, taking golf shots, and you could just blow him out of the sky as he's doing it. Better than shouting pull.
Well, the only bad thing about that is you will ruin golf balls, and golf balls aren't cheap.
Well, range
used
balls
to be.
are.
Yeah, but you're going to be ruining range balls.
Well, I mean, if you just do a few of them, like
When
two
I
or
first-
three.
When I first moved to Hawaii, I stayed at this vacation rental, bread and breakfast, and they had this huge estate. So they let me borrow a Big Bertha, and I was just driving golf balls like as far as I could, and his like mother-in-law would go collect them later.
Yeah, but I mean, you'll sit there and you'll have BBs in them after a while. I guess it really doesn't matter unless you hit a golf ball that's solid lead, and then that would kind of hurt. All right, I killed the chat. Second time tonight.
And now this chat, I didn't really have too much of a topic, besides the world's a mess, which covers pretty much everything.
So what you're saying, it was dead before you started.
Right, it was.
Gotcha.
So I'm not blaming you, but it could get better, that's why. if you got nothing to do, listen to this chat, and something good could happen. Like at least we won't forget to do the patch giveaway like Matt did again, right? So,
We always forget about that.
yeah, I mean, I think the last time I was there to remind him, or he would have forgotten. But
I thought that was Stone Guy's job to do that.
But not every. Some guy's not on every night.
Oh. I just meant for when he's in match chat.
Well, he was in match chat.
How they have the informal say something inappropriate, now we get in the chat.
Yep, something racist or sexist from some guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's his clue that, okay, chat's over.
pretty much.
we were having a good chat the other night, but I forgot what it's about. Dano, what were we talking about last night? Was it the Just Radio? It was after the Just Liberty Radio thing.
That was in the afternoon, I think. Talking about silver and precious metals.
Oh, everybody will just zone out if I talk about that.
Well, I mean, no, precious metals is good. Precious metals are something good to have in a recovering economy, but during shit hits the fan, it ain't. You're not gonna be able to do anything with that.
Well, China, we're getting closer to shit hitting the fan. China's stock market dropped by 8.5% in one day, and
Yeah.
and that.
Yeah, but ours didn't follow.
It went down, right? I think it went down a little, but that's not the point. The point is that they're supposed to be all the car orders, the automobile manufacturers, people were buying some American cars and stuff, but they're not. All those, that all stopped. They're not going to be the Chinese people aren't going to be spending money on American products.
Well, people, especially over here, they're not going to base what car they get based on what the stock market is doing for them. They're going to get it, and the cars over like Toyotas aren't going to drop in price because all of a sudden the yen or whatever is worth less.
No, but America's stock market is all institutional investors, and all the American all the world car companies won't be selling cars to China, and unless if their economy goes straight to hell. And they just basically totally lost control of their stock market because for the last 2 weeks they've been propping it up and buying stocks, and it just crashed anyway. I mean, so 8.5% in one day.
So Dow dropped 127 points, which is nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Oh, it's dropped about 500, in the last week or something. But I mean, it's really more like a future.
Not really.
Isn't it still above 17,000?
Well, it was over 18,000.
Yeah, it's 17,440.
Okay.
It was over 18,000 about a week ago.
But not for very long.
Yeah. Well, I think the point is what's going to happen in the future if their market keeps tanking. If they're, then it's their entire economy and their the reason that the Chinese people want to still like having the communists in charge is because the economy was doing so well, and if it tanks, then who knows? They'll just go nationalist, invade Taiwan, and blame everything on America or something, But so you're always on the razor's edge on this planet. You never know what's going to happen. So that's why somebody asked. That's why somebody made that list. Somebody made me a prepper. Make a wish list of all the prepper items you want, and I had a lot. So
hey, one good thing about the stock market going down over there is their lead prices. Whenever American companies buy lead from them, that should be less, so that's good for us and ammo prices.
Well, copper crashed. I mean, but as far as lead, we're not allowed to buy Chinese ammo. But do we buy lead from China?
Absolutely. So now, since we don't have any smelters, the only thing we have here in the U.S. is recyclers. The lead has been coming from China for 10, 15 years. Majority of it. Once the, I think it's Doe Run plant up in Missouri, which one of those as the crow flies, maybe about 25 minutes from where I grew up. I actually have a cousin that works there. But ever since that shut down, there's no more U.S. manufacturers of lead that smelter the oil. Yeah, virgin lead. Yes, that smelt oil and get it out of the ground. There's no more of that. It's all recycled stuff. And a lot of the gun manufacturers and projectile manufacturers were already using recycled lead, but then eventually that's going to run out.
And the primary user of lead is the battery industry anyway.
Correct. And
lithium batteries use lead?
No, car batteries.
Car batteries.
Oh, car batteries use lead.
Cars, trucks, construction equipment.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then a lot of times they just melt those down. Like I have a couple batteries out in the garage that I want to melt down, but in order for me to do it, I'm going to melt them down like 6, 7, 8 times before I do anything with it. Melt it down, let them harden. Melt them down, let them harden. Stuff like that.
Back in the 90s,
to get all the chemicals out of it, and it's going to be outside, and so I don't get poisoned.
Back in the 90s, I worked for a automotive battery manufacturer, and we paid $5 a used battery to the dealers as they collect them, whether it be Walmart, Sears, Interstate, whoever it is. We would give the dealer $5. Now, how much he gave the person, we would have no idea that dealer.
A lot of around here, if you want to recycle a battery, you don't get anything.
Right. What the game they play is they say, well, we've already taken that into account for the current price of the new battery you're buying.
Yeah, right.
Which is a scam because it's not true. And
absolutely,
I know that you have to be on the inside of the industry to actually know that that's not the truth.
Oh heck yeah!
But obviously they get away with it, and so that's just the way it is sometimes.
So this is I linked this when you guys were talking about trucks in the Matt's chat, and I don't know if you saw it, but I thought it was damn cheap. Just I don't have anywhere to put them. So
$10,000
for a truck, a tractor trailer truck, and a dump truck.
Well, a dump truck I'd turn around and sell.
Yeah, I mean, as long as the engine and trans are in functional condition, it's a hell of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course you have to pay to ship to the big island, and main problem is I don't have any place to put that stuff. So
I'd keep the 6x6 and semi. I'd get rid of, and same with the dump truck.
You could make money with that dump truck, though.
Well, actually, that dump truck, I'd take the damn bed off and start up-armoring the other 6x6.
Oh, use the steel, yeah. Well, that's steel. That's
that bed. I guarantee is bulletproof. Maybe not 50 cal, but it'll take anything sub 50 cal. I almost guarantee that.
What if you could hook it?
Outstanding is they all have the same diesel engine and 2-speed trans.
That would be awesome.
I mean, the fact so you could take the best engine out of the 3, swap it into whichever one you're keeping.
Well, the cargo truck is an 86 AM General, and dump truck is an 85 AM General. I guarantee it has the same motor and tranny.
Yeah.
Because that's not a big dump truck.
No, it's not. It's just for like.
It almost looks like it's on the same. It almost looks like it's on the same frame.
Yeah, it was just such a deal. I was like, damn. I wish I had. Well, they're both at little on Oahu, so but.
It's the same goddamn frame. Look at the battery box and gas tank and stuff right underneath the door. It's the same frame. Yeah, that's a sweet deal.
You're making me cry because I don't have a place to park all this shit.
No, you only need a place to park 1.5 because you need to get it. You sell the semi, and then start dismantling the dump
he can't
truck.
Sell it on Oahu. Well, he probably did sell it already. I'm just guessing.
Well, isn't that a constant problem living on an island? Is space is at a premium?
Well,
everything?
not really. It depends where
Correct.
you live. If you live out in the country, then it's not a problem at all. You know,
Okay.
if you live right in the center of town, then yeah. But which is where I'm at, right in the center of Kona, dead center. So,
Well, that sucks.
well, like I said, that's why my bug out location was on my list of things to get. Because if I got that, would have bought that and that truck in a heartbeat. But not having any place to park it, you know. Oh,
So you couldn't trade in your current vehicle and just park that where you're parking now.
no,
Couldn't
it's
afford the
it's
fuel on that.
it's covered under it's. Well, I have a covered parking space, and there's a pole right next to it, and it just would not even fit.
Gotcha.
It'd stick
That's
out.
when you take the pole out.
Take the pole out, and that's into the next guy's space. It would stick out all the way, like, and block the driveway through the condos too.
Well, that's
But-
not your problem. That's everyone else that wants to drive through.
I mean, you remember I explained.
I'm just
I
messing with
explained
you.
to you with a condo. The thing I didn't tell you about my condo is that we filed a complaint with the FBI for interstate mail and wire fraud against my neighbors who run this place.
I
they-
am just messing with you because
they-
I know.
They gave that complaint to the federal prosecutor, who was like, nah, $1.5 million. The last time they did something on a interstate mail and wire fraud with condos, it was in Vegas for like over $500,000, or I mean over 500 million.
Yeah, I'm just messing with you. So
Right.
yeah.
So let's see, we got Mr. Knives out in the external, we got Red Bud out in the external, YouTube.
Holy crap! That's a lot of money. A
What?
1967 International. How much do you think would you pay?
You talk about the SUV version, or you talk about the pickup version?
Right here. I'm sharing.
Oh, okay.
It's SUV.
Oh, okay.
Totally done up.
Is it 67? Oh, okay. Just looking at the quick pictures.
I would have to say 7,000.
I would say 10 to 12.
Totally redone.
Okay, totally redone. Then we might up it to 15.
This dude wants 25 grand.
Woo! I mean, if it was
It's a show truck, but
well, I understand that, but even when it was new, it was not special. It was cool.
right.
I mean, it was nice to have an SUV back in that time, but it wasn't like the same year Corvette or the same year Thunderbird or or Viper or whatever you want to call it.
This isn't bad. 96 for $3 grand.
It's in good shape.
Oh hell yeah! It's a
Well,
manual,
Miles.
all-wheel drive.
Okay.
That's
That's
just
190.
yeah, and the seats look bro. That seat looks. Oh, it's showing the reclines. Okay.
It's an 8-cylinder, so it's probably gas, not diesel.
Yeah, it's gas. 1,500.
But it's one of those things that if
190,000 miles. I don't know, guys.
if you're either a mechanic or mechanically inclined, it's probably a good deal. But if you're not,
It would be for a like whenever I get land to stay there and haul crap back and forth. It wouldn't be an everyday driver.
right. But it would, I mean, to keep it reasonable as far as cost, because things are going to be breaking down, you almost need to do them yourself to keep it practical, unless you got a lot of money.
Yeah, but look, it's got 190,000 miles. If the engine goes, you're fucked. So
But that's what I mean. You need to be a mechanic to fix those things.
Well, that or you need to know mechanic friends that could fix those things and will do it for you.
Exactly. You have to have some sort of out other than going to the dealer and say, I need a new engine.
Right, because that'll cost you a lot more than what the
And then it's suddenly not a deal.
me correct. I don't know. I've just been I've been tossing the idea of more guns or land, and so yeah, I'm leaning towards land.
Well, once you have some guns, like you have at least a
Mhm.
pistol, you have at least a rifle, and you have a quantity of ammunition that you feel comfortable with?
Land. I'm there. I'm definitely there.
I mean, at some point, I mean, God's not making any more land.
That is true.
And stuff, and the more time you have to look, some things only go on the market, when grandpa or grandma suddenly passes.
Yep.
And
there was a tract of land that I saw. It was 40 acres for 35 grand. I'm trying to find out exactly where the hell it's at.
Wow. I wonder, I mean, it kind of sounds like a lot of it is like either ravines or sand.
Well, if you move out to Hawaii, I can find you that 2.5 acres of land that I want is still available, right next to the forest reserve.
Generally in the center of the United States, which is where he is, and I'm just further north than he is farmable land is going to be north per acre of what the offer that Foose is looking at. It's not going to be 1,500 per acre or less. It's going to be north of that.
Oh, this is a clean truck. It's a 93 for a little over 106,000 miles. But they want stamp 7,500 for it. Fuck that. Not
Why
for
are you looking at
93.
trucks? Why?
Well, it's because whenever I get land, I'm most likely going to be needing a truck shortly after that.
Yeah, well, get the land.
To haul shit. Oh, yeah, I know. I'm just looking. I'm looking. I'm not going to be buying. Hell no.
If you don't have a truck, you need a friend with a truck. That'll be good.
I have a friend with trucks, but it's just like, it'll be a pain in the ass because it could be, half an hour out.
With the cash that you have access to, if you, let's say, need more of it than you thought, you can always push back the truck purchase decision a little bit. But,
absolutely.
But if that land that is exactly what you wanted, once it comes on the market, somebody else buys it, it's gone.
Absolutely. Especially around here, land usually stays within families.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets divvied up, and then someone's like, I want to sell it, and that's when land becomes available.
I mean, sometimes they might part off 10 acres. Let's say 10 acres to help pay for Grandpa's funeral and expenses and back taxes on the main house. So they'll keep the 150 acres but part off 10 of it.
Pretty much, right.
So getting that 10 is sometimes the easy way to get in on.
Wow, this is a pretty cool truck. 73 Ford. It looks like it's only two-wheel drive though.
Yeah, not many back then were four-wheel, dude.
Yeah, no, not many.
Yeah, I'd love to have a 73 Ford, but only for fun, not for use.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm going to get one that'll be for use. But I'm also kind of wanting one that is early enough there's not computers in it because
it just seems like I think everybody bought all their guns in the first half of this year or something, and now they're looking at other stuff: silver, land, trucks.
Oh no, I bought a gun earlier this month.
I just got my one today, so.
And to
what did you get today?
K31. Nice.
Did you
wearing out the action all day long?
It's an awesome action, isn't it?
Link us a picture or something.
I put a couple on Instagram.
K31s are awesome.
G-Web commented on it. I'll put them up on Google.
Everybody was commenting on everything. I turned my comment notification off because everybody was like a Gun Channel's credit whore in the last 48 hours.
K31 is an awesome action. I love that.
That's the Swiss rifle. Yeah, you were telling me you're getting a Swiss rifle.
Did you? How many did you pick up? GP11 ammo?
No, I got the Privy, whatever the heck that stuff is.
Privy Partisan. Yeah. They actually say that the military stuff is more accurate than the new stuff.
Yeah. Just they're out of it for the moment for wherever I've looked. So I'll get it when it comes back around. I got enough boxes to play with it. Once I won't be able to go tomorrow. The ranges are closed, so I got to wait another day.
Yeah. I heard that there was supposed to be a company that was going to start making stripper clips for it, made out of polymer instead of the wax wax cardboard.
That'd be nice. I definitely want to get probably reloading dies and everything for it, so I'm just going to keep all the brass.
Yeah. The GP11 is Berdan primed, just as a FYI. I've only shot 10 rounds out of it, out of mine. I need to shoot it more, but I want to take these 10 rounds and go ahead and try to convert them into boxer primed.
Oh, all 5 boxes of mine are going to get blown through probably Wednesday. So
Yeah, they're accurate ass guns. You will love it.
I love it already. I haven't even shot it yet.
How's your trigger pull on it?
Oh, it's freaking.
Yeah, 2-stage. They're amazing.
Yeah, it's just
Amazing.
a little bit of slack, and then that wall, and then click. There it goes. It's just like my Geisley trigger, except it doesn't have the Geisley doesn't have the slack in it. The 2-stage.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's a 2-stage.
So probably the gun costs less than the Geisley trigger, probably.
Oh yeah. That
Yeah.
thing like $350.
Mm-hmm.
So how much did you pay for it? The gun?
The gun itself was $350. It was about the same price as the trigger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the thing is, on that gun, you don't need the Geisley trigger. I mean, they come out of the factory. If they didn't shoot MOA, it didn't come out of the factory.
I stepped away for a moment. What gun did you get, Wayne?
Swiss K31.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to shoot any range video with it next time you get out there? Or?
I can try to. I was out the range again this weekend, but it was a little crowded because I went on the weekend instead of the weekday again. Because try not to look like I'm, trying to film a movie or something while I'm out there if there's other people.
Oh yeah. That way you won't have people laughing in the background,
Well, you can always edit that out.
Yeah, being that guy that's taking a picture of his food 20 times before he eats it.
Ooh. Holy crap! 1971 Chevy short wheelbase. Oh, it has 9,200 motor miles on the new motor. They're wanting 17.5. Fuck.
So did you get that rifle from the internet or from a local shop?
Yeah, I got it from Simpson Limited. PBR linked it to me a while back, and I've definitely wanted one for quite some time. So I finally went ahead and looked one of them over and selected it, and they got it shipped to my local FFL, and it was in today. So.
Oh, are you up by PBR?
No, just him linking it on one of these chats like a while back. So I just got it from there. I think he got his from Game Surplus, but they've been out of stock for a while.
I think I got mine from Classic.
I actually found I took his advice on the other thing too. I took the buttstock off of it and actually found the previous owner. His name. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Mine didn't have that.
So who was the previous owner?
It's like Alfred something or other. I'll have to post the picture here in a second. It was on Instagram as well. I went ahead and threw it up there.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I thought it was. I mean, it's not. It was dated 1986, so I'm assuming it was privately owned, and they have to keep the identification on it. I'm not sure what the deal is there.
And Wayne, around here, just saw your internal chat. Around here, people ride trucks pretty fucking hard. Bunch of redneck people around here. So I'm actually thinking about going up in the St. Louis area that are actually cheaper and better maintained because it's all road.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Further north you go, usually, I mean, in this area, it's kind of a mixed bag. If I was a little bit further north, it would be cheaper. But since I'm kind of at the border here in Delaware, it's kind of a mixed bag. You get people that are looking, $8K for an F-150 or something that doesn't have many miles on it, and others is like 4K, blah blah blah. It just depends on the market area that you're in, really. Definitely, if you can find one further north, they'll probably go for a lot cheaper because they're not as big in item.
Well, I mean, around here, they just take them off road and beat the shit out of them.
They don't have to be four-wheel drive to be driven like a four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
They just beat them to pieces.
1978 short bed step-side 4x4 4-speed manual for $3,800. That would be awesome. But I would need to paint it light blue and take the brush guard off so it could look like the truck in Red Dawn.
I only saw that movie once when it first came out, so I actually can't remember any parts of it.
It's this truck except blue. So, bad water pump, bearing, bad. Okay.
Bad water pump?
Yeah, that's no big deal. But of course, I'm not going to buy anything until after I have land because that's freaking stupid.
How much does the land you're buying cost?
Well, I haven't looked at it yet. There's one. I don't know exactly where it's at. It's $35,000.
Well, I don't know how feasible it is, but and it also depends on where the land is. But what about putting a hitch on your current vehicle and pulling a trailer?
Yeah, my Ford Fusion couldn't do that.
Well, I mean, how many?
Well, just have somebody drop the trailer where you want it and pay them. Fuck.
Yeah. No, I mean, no. I'm just looking because
it's fun.
Yeah. Spending money that I do or don't have, may not have.
Maybe you could spend gun channel credits for your car.
Well, okay, with the gun channel's credits, I gotta tell you about that. I went and I was like, I saw the credits and I was like, oh, all these people have 10,000. How'd they get 10,000 now? And I was like, oh, they must have paid the $75. So I'm like, okay, I'll get up with these guys. So I tossed G-Web $75 because he more than deserves it. And then the next morning's like, oh, I'm giving all the moderators $10,000 to get us started. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, well, you're number one though. You're number one though, dude, on the rankings.
I know, and it's money well spent. I mean, crap. The enjoyment I've gotten from gun channels and talking with you guys is well worth the $75 fucking bucks. So.
You enjoy yelling at everybody? I mean, everybody yelling at each other?
Yes.
All right, well.
I mean, okay, besides work, this is pretty much my social interaction because people around here are fucking weird. So.
And the people in gun channels aren't crazy.
Well, at least we can talk about guns.
Yeah, everybody on gun channels is crazy, or is it just me?
Around here, everyone wants to fucking talk about God and shit, and I'm like, oh God, give it a break. So.
We're not weird. Come on, man.
You're the right type of weird.
Moon Food wants to trade an Xbox with no power cord, looking for a Taurus revolver or something.
An Xbox with no power cord? Oops, I didn't know it didn't work. How could I tell I didn't have a power cord?
Well, yeah, well, people out in Hawaii, you got different types, you know. So you got your uh, 60s, you know, I don't know, just the whole marijuana culture people out here, and then you've got um, the secessionist Hawaiian Kingdom people, and then you've got, you know, uh, regular people who move from the mainland. Uh, and who don't know how to drive in Hawaii. It's a weird mix. You know, you got
I
people
think that's
from
pretty much the whole driving thing. I think that's pretty much wherever you are, that is where, oh, people around me know how to drive. Everywhere else, it's fucking crazy. I mean, that's how I am. Whenever I grew up south of hour south of St. Louis, I thought, okay, everyone around here is fine. St. Louis is crazy. Everywhere else is crazy. I moved down here. I thought everyone was crazy. Now I think everyone's kind of fine. I go back home. I'm like, these people drive like they're freaking nuts.
well, I'm originally from LA, and moving to Hawaii. I mean, depending what part of Hawaii, if you're in like out in the country, it's like you'll get to a four-way stop sign, and the other guy at the stop sign will be, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go. And but in LA, it's just like they'll both go at the same time and try and floor it so they meet each other or something. It just,
Yeah,
you
you ain't
know.
crazy until you've been to like LA or New York or anything. Anybody from Jersey. That's just wow.
So Redbud says check out billyland.com for cheap land. Billyland.com. I never even heard of that.
Where do you see that comment? I don't
On
see
the
it.
YouTube external.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's actually in gun channels, but I think he has some computer issues, so he likes it on the likes to
So it's called
watch
billyland.com.
Yeah,
Um,
I never heard of it before, so I'll look.
Me either, and my
Selling
browser's having
land in
issues.
America for over 35 years. Well, I'll screen share it. What state do you live in?
Arkansas.
Arkansas. All right. I don't know if they have anything in Arkansas.
owner finance land. That's what it is.
Hell, sometimes that's even best. Because I started looking into it, and for raw land, you have to have at least 20% down to buy raw land.
Yeah, but raw land doesn't usually cost all that much.
Well, depending.
Yeah, but they're not. When you hear, like, as an example, when you hear $1,500 an acre, they're not selling it 1 acre.
Right.
That they may be selling 20, 30, 50, 100 acres. If you want 1 acre, you're probably going to be more like 10 grand.
Pretty much, because it's going to be housing development.
Exactly.
Well, here, if you can't get this website up, I'll just screen share it for you.
Yeah, please. Okay.
So, billyland.com
I've got it up. I just can't quite figure out how to get there.
to Arkansas. I don't know if they have anything in Arkansas.
It says Alaska, Arizona, then it goes to California. I don't see Arkansas listed. In fact, not all the states are listed. There's a lot of states that are not listed.
They got Oklahoma. They've got Missouri.
Yeah, for some weird reason, every now and again, my Chrome, it's rocking in the Hangouts, but everything else, if I refresh the screen, it is dead. And if I create, get a new tab, it's dead. But Google Hangouts rocks. I don't know what it is.
Well, I'll just see what they have. 238 parcels up for auction. Ooh, auction land. 30 Oregon land for sale. 34.7 acres on mountain land. Current bid $1,520.
What was it?
Or buy it now for $2,200.
Well, G-Web sent me a link for some land out in Arizona. I think it was like 180 acres for like 40 grand in the desert, of course.
Oh yeah, well, no water, no.
I think he said there was a well drilled on it.
And that's part of why, like in the part where Foose is at, the whole Mississippi from the south to the north, if it gets below $2,000 per acre, then there's usually some sort of farming issue involved.
Oh yeah,
You're bidding for the down payment only. I just found that out. The balance is 89,000. All right.
and where I'm at, a lot of the stuff is spring fed. There's a lot of like artesian wells around here. Like a buddy of mine, his entire family own about 2,500 acres. He owns maybe 400 of it, and he has one small lake, maybe about 20-acre lake that's spring fed, and then he has a cabin out there, and that is spring fed. So he doesn't have to worry about water.
Right. But if you've
It's
got
about 45 minutes out of town.
if you've got, let's say, 40 acres, but you don't have access to water, and some of your land is deep ravines that cannot be tilled, or it's too
Right.
sandy to plant.
And the thing is I'm not. I want a place to shoot. So if it's some ravines, I could shoot down in the ravines, but then I also want to have some land to, stretch out.
Right. No, I was just saying why some land is less than $2,000 or less than 1,500 an acre, and others are more.
Yeah, especially where I'm at in the freaking Ozark Mountain range.
Well, here's the property that I looked at a long time ago. I was interested in. I think this is the one. Let's see.
Okay, I'm gonna jump out and
All
get
right,
back in. I'm gonna try to get this squared away. I may have to reboot my computer, so maybe a little bit.
In fact,
All right.
I'm gonna jump out in its entirety. I gotta get up early in the morning. So,
All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I
well,
guess I'll just.
Fu should be back in just a few minutes if he's just rebooting.
Well, here's this. Just check this out, though.
All right.
Show this to you. This is the piece of land I was looking at right here. It's like 2.5 acres, and that's. You can see it's right up against a forest reserve, and.
Okay. Now, is that owned by the state or by the federal government? That forest.
The forest reserve. That's the state.
Okay.
Forest reserve. The park is a national park. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, and you can see it's how close the volcano is.
Yikes.
Yeah, well, it's still a fucking long way. Here's an active volcano, but it's going that way. But
a little bit is splurging out in your direction. You're kind of close.
Yeah, but it's not really that close because the lava's not flowing in that direction, but it's flowing the other direction, east.
Ultimately, if you feel comfortable, it's a good deal.
Yeah, well, the water is from the sky. So, it's a rainforest, so
right.
Catchment.
It just being in the Midwest of the continent, the idea of being anywhere near a volcano is horrifying to me.
Well, people fly all over to see it,
Oh, I understand that. I'm just saying, to visit is one thing, but you just increase the likelihood of something going wrong if you live there full time.
Oh yeah, well the whole island could blow up. They just had something on the Yellowstone super volcano. If that ever blows up, you guys will be totally. Well, the whole planet probably will be, but
ever since they announced that, I've been successfully denying that, and now you have to bring it up again.
The Yellowstone supervolcano, well, it'll basically throw so much ash in the air that no one will be able to breathe, and it'll block out the sun for 5 or 6 years. So.
Oh yeah, so but I've been denying that successfully until you brought it up again. So thank you.
Well, it might not be for a few thousand years, so you won't have to worry about it. Go to sleep, man. Have pleasant dreams.
All right, catch you later. See you, Wayne.
Later, man.
All right, so we have to somehow keep this chat going until Foose gets back. Yeah, so I've been thinking. I keep looking at this land, and I really just want to buy it, but there aren't any other 3 acre. I could get cleared 3 acre parcels for what he's charging for that, though. So but it's just that where it is,
What's special about it? I mean, what's
It's
has
right
it,
up against a forest reserve, dude.
yeah, has it had the surveying and the perk test
No,
and all that other stuff done to it?
nope, nothing. It's just raw land. But um, what's good about it is just where it is. I mean, it's right here, and it just
Well,
look at how.
I've looked into this stuff before, and you definitely need to be careful because a lot of times it's not selling for that reason because someone has already basically done.
No, it's the reason it's not selling is because of it's right. It's because the lava zone that it's in. It's in because of, well, there's the volcano. Because of when basically here's the town Pahoa that was under lava threat, and they lifted it because the lava, it went right up to Pahoa and then stopped. But so it's flowing this way, but since it's right here and here's the volcano, it's probably a level 1 or level 2 lava zone, and so um, you can't get you might not be able to get a construction loan for it. You'd have to build it yourself, and then so you don't want to overbuild in these areas, um, but
Put up a
because
nice moat. Put up a nice moat, man. You'll be good to go.
a nice what?
Nice moat.
A moat?
Divert the lava away from your house.
Lava diversion. It's very expensive. You wouldn't put up a moat. You'd put up a series of rock walls, I would think.
You would basically dig out basically around it so it would have somewhere to flow around you.
But it's not flowing in this direction, really. So, you know. But yeah, so this is the Pu'u'o'o crater, and you can see the smoke coming out. All this area got crushed by lava, but you can see it flows west and it flows east and south. It's not really doesn't flow north.
Don't they tend to change? I mean, even if there isn't like a large eruption, sometimes it'll start flowing from another crevice somewhere.
Yeah, but this is the national park crevice right up here, and you can see where it flows. All flows this direction. I could show you the volcanic maps of it, but hey, I lived in Malibu, and it was more dangerous there because I had a place burned down. I got the third place I moved into after that was buried in mud because the fire burned off all the vegetation, and the flash flood just washed the house next door to me out to sea. But living on the beach in Malibu or anywhere in Malibu is. The fire hazard was extreme. I was at work and my place burned down, and I never made it back.
Yeah, this is why you moved to like Missouri or something, man.
No, Hawaii is safe.
No, the bad thing about Missouri is you get floods, and of course that one fault line, New Madrid fault line, is supposed to be going sometime in the next, it was supposed to be gone, several, like 15, 20 years ago, and never went,
But I mean, just look. If I buy that like 2.5 acres, I would have all this hunting area and shit. Go out and hike in the forest. But it's rainforest. It's like the ultimate bug out location. You just build your catchment and your.
Are they actually going to let you build anything on it?
Oh yeah, you can build anything. You can get permits. You just might have a problem getting a construction loan. That's all. And you can see that the guy's offering terms because the bank might not write a loan on it because of the lava zone it's in. He says, it's 6 miles from Highway 11, which is the Belt Road, and it's the pavement stops right here. But it says terms are available, so they're willing to finance it.
We would definitely get the terms on it then, because a lot of times it's like, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't,
No, they wouldn't care what I built on it. It's not. There's no covenants. That's just a road association in that particular subdivision. So there's no terms. The terms are just cash loan terms.
You're sure? Because I know I've read into a few of them where they say the terms are available, but what the terms are basically restrictions that are built into the deed.
No, I don't think they would have special management. It would say special management conservation area. If I bought something along the coast, maybe, but here, no. It's like if you go.
Unless there's like a spotted owl on it or something, and then you're effed.
No. like down here on the ocean, some of these areas have Mackenzie State Park. I used to live here in Kapoho, and people overbuilt. This was like, uh, Pohiki Bay, Isaac Haley Park, Isaac Hale Park. There's an incident where somebody shot a gun, and there was like 40 people fighting. Somebody shot a gun into the air, and the police just wanted to try and find out who shot the gun. They didn't care about 40 people fighting. But I used to live right the Kapoho Tide Pools. This is like the Champagne Ponds area. Kapoho Joe's Beach House. I used to live right here, right there, for about a year or two. But so that is a very remote part. It's the easternmost part of the United States. Sorry, what is it? The east tip of the island, not the easternmost part of the States.
If you buy that deuce and a half, then you buy the land, you're good to go. That's like you just camp out in the deuce.
Yeah, well, I just have a fear of trying to build something, because I'm not a construction person. That's about my main problem with a plan. But it'd be cool to just at least set up a firing range out there.
Well, just ask the bank that you plan on going with, see what they'll.
It's not going to be a bank. It's going to be the owners who are going to finance it. Carry the paper on it.
So you're not going to try and go through like a mortgage company or anything to get the construction going or anything like that on
it. Well, no, I don't think so. I'd probably just I don't want to. I'd have to pay money to get it done, but I think getting construction loan would be pretty impossible in that lava zone. I don't think a bank will carry paper on construction in a lava zone 1. And I think that's what it is.
Hey guys, I think I might have found my next range.
Your next range?
Yeah. It is 23 acres. It's 43,000. But look at that. Just a straight stretch right here. With a couple spring-fed ponds.
Can you make the pictures bigger?
Negatory. Actually, hold on. Yeah, I can.
All right, center it.
I'm trying. Whoa, it's hard to do with the Google thing in the middle.
Yeah. Here you go.
There we go.
I saw a water tower up there. I saw a water tower in that last picture.
Yeah, that's right there. That's town, but there's 2 spring-fed ponds, so I could tap into that spring and have spring water, and not have to worry about water ever.
Yeah, same thing in that Hawaiian place, except it comes from the sky. It's just catchment from the rainfall.
But look at that, just nice straight stretch right there. Get a berm at the end of it. Look at that. Flat as flat can be. That'd be awesome.
How many acres is that?
23 acres.
How much?
43 grand. That's
43.5.
That still seems pretty high for Arkansas.
Well, yeah, Arkansas.
Yeah, but you could probably talk them down. Actually, I wonder if I know. There's a friend of mine's parents has about 23 acres for sale. I wonder if it's them. And here's another one that's a little flatter, and this one, it doesn't really show. Crap, how do I get out of that? Back. Oh. I mean, it really doesn't show the land. It's all wooded and stuff. But this is that 40 acres for 35 grand. And that's freaking cheap, but I don't know where it's at.
Yeah, if I could if I could just like call, dial in for work all the time or something, I'd be so out of here and in Montana or something, or Tennessee or Ozarks, someplace.
Yeah, I could work from home 2 days a week. So I would definitely. I mean, even this. I mean, and really, it's only this place is only 15 minutes from town, 20 minutes from town, so it's really not far out either. Pasture Woods with spring-fed pond. Down
Well,
2 miles of dirt road.
what you do is you have a big foosball land party, then you just Shanghai everybody from gun channels.
Oh,
Turn it into slave labor.
no! If I had land, I would definitely, have all the gun channel guys come here because I'm freaking centrally located. I'd be like,
Give
come
everybody
on.
a shovel. Give everybody a shovel. Build this my berm for me.
No, I know people with bulldozers that could probably build me a berm at the end of this real freaking cheap.
Yeah, they charge a pretty penny on the Big Island for land clearing jungle.
But basically, I could probably have a berm built back there for maybe 2 cases of beer. So, but I mean, that basically what I want to do is with land is I want to find, basically go out and try to find as much, and if I shoot from ridge top to ridge top or ridge top into, maybe a little valley or something like that, it's fine. But I want to stretch out to get about 500-600 yard range, and then also be able to go up somewhere and have a pistol range. So basically, I want 2 kind of bays. One that I can shoot pistol in, and then another one I can get out and longer. But I still want to be able to shoot rifles and stuff towards the pistol one. So I don't want to be like right off the house or something. But I mean, the house is going to be years down the road. I'm just kind of getting the bug for land, and so I go out and hunt and shoot wherever the hell I want. I mean, I could already do that now, but I kind of want to start shooting at night and shit like that. And then eventually build, but I kind of want to start paying down the damn land now. Start paying chunks of it down before the house is on it.
See, I just want to show you what my particular how far I have to travel to get to my range. It's like I live here in Kailua Kona, and my range is all the way down about here.
How many miles?
I don't know. It takes me about 45 minutes to get there.
Well, it's about the same distance as mine. It's about 40 minutes for me to get to my range.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's full speed for like from like around here to here, but in town it's obviously slowed down. But around the towns, Captain Cook so from here to here you go really fast, but it's just a long ass way drive every time, and then you got to set up targets up right around somewhere around here. So
okay, you guys are gonna love this. I'm on a screen share real quick. For me to go to my range is right there, 19 minutes.
well, I can't see your screen share, so
I'm sharing right now.
oh, I see it now. Okay.
Yeah, 19 minutes, 11 miles.
That's so cool, man. It's not as good as just rolling out of bed, but
Rolling out of bed, having the window open, pop, 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 tink, tink, tink. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can
One
like
of
watch
these days.
football, and every time somebody scores a touchdown, you
I don't watch football much anymore.
basketball.
No, I used to be really big into college football. In the past 2 or 3 years. I'm just like, no.
I like the pros, but
Oh, I've never liked the pros.
my teams never win. So anyway, so do we want to go back on this land thing? Or are we gonna get back to guns or?
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna be getting out of here soon. I gotta get to bed, and I have training from 8 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's gonna be
Training?
Yeah, yeah, for app dynamics, some debugging and server debugging and shit like that.
Work training. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so let's give away a patch before we close this chat down. So anybody out there that picks a number between 1 and 20 will win the Gun Channels patch giveaway. I know they didn't have one in Matt's chat, so type it in there. What are you guessing? Everything, Foos, in the internal there? No, I don't think so. Geez, I have to get to my own channel to see who guessed what. The Trump of patches. We don't have a Donald Trump patch.
Oh, if anyone has Zastiva M77, Classic Firearms now has 20-round mags if you are looking for them. It's a 308 AK. In case anyone's wondering.
On Classic Firearms?
Yes.
All right, cool. They had Bakelites last time I looked. Yeah.
How
much?
I signed up. I'm looking to see how much they cost. They have an IO sniper rifle. Yeah, $900. Screw that. I'm looking. I'm really looking.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so number 6 is the number this week. So James, you're the winner. You can go to gunchannels.com/DPG, daily patch giveaway, enter your info, and you're this week's winner. So we're just going to wait here. For Foos to check out Classic Firearms. Well, I got the link to Classic Firearms. Let me just get out of this stupid real estate.
I think that's the only type of mag that I don't have for my AK is an actual Bakelite one.
For what? 30 or for 545 or 762?
762.
I got a couple of them. They're pretty.
Yeah, I'd like to get a couple, but
I have them tossed in with my metal mags. They're probably getting scratched up occasionally. But hell, they're mags.
they're fucking expensive.
I was buying AK-74 mags, and those are run about $30. So it's really, you go to Bakelite, an extra $10.
Yeah.
Oh well.
That's still a little crazy to me for a mag, but.
How much did you find it? If they still have them on?
No, but they have the gun itself for $579, 308.
Tapco burned orange polymer, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I'm not seeing.
Well, I've seen 5 pages of magazines. So they got AK-47 accessories. That'll narrow it down. 77.
Oh, M77 accessories. Okay, right here.
762.
$50. $50.
$50 for Bakelite?
No. Oh no, I'm talking about that Zasavia 308 mag.
Oh well.
$50. That's high. But they have them. So if you want to have 20 rounds of 308. There you go.
There's only 3 pages of AK mags, so you just go through this. They got drums, 75 round drum, $63.99, made in Korea. AK-47, 75 round drum. Original, oh, they're out of stock, $50, yeah. The Russian Bakelite. Manufacturer Russia. They probably won't be any in anytime soon, but they look cool.
They do look cool. I got 3 or 4, something like that. And of course, my AK-74, most of them are plum or black. Polymer mags, Bakelite stuff.
Yeah. Oh well. So, thanks everybody for coming down this week. Thanks Foos. Thanks Dano. Thanks. We had a new guy in here, Mark.
Mark, yeah, he was on a chat last night or Saturday.
Yeah, well,
he's new.
This chat started slow, so I was just trying to kill dead time until people showed up, but didn't have any specific real topic today, but I can't be brilliant every day. You know, G-Webs just needs to come on here and yell at me about something. That'll be entertaining. I'm sure everybody will like to hear that.
Russian Vepers, 308 for $7.99. It's not bad.
Oh man, you're gonna oh shit. I'm gonna start buying rifles again.
Yeah, I want another. Damn it. But I think they're on AIM surplus for like $750 right now, aren't they?
So what do you guys, you know, if it looks like the Dems are going to win, are you guys going to go crazy and buy magazines or more guns or something?
No. For me, I want to be able to, by middle of next summer, have enough components for 20,000 pistol rounds. And I have enough brass to load 10,000 of them and, you know, load the primers in them, because by law I cannot have more than 10,000 primers. So I'm going to load primers into cases so I can only have 10,000 primers. Because primed cases does not count towards your loose primers. So
that's some FFL, ATF.
No, it's called explosives.
Oh, it's explosive law.
Yep.
Well, that's ATF too.
Yeah.
Right, ATF.
ATFE. Right.
I'm not saying the 308. They have. Are the Vepr rifles still in stock? Yeah, they have some 20-inch Vepr rifles.
They're just out of
for $849.
Yeah, they're just out of the 27-inch. That's the really one that I wanted, but.
Right, and the 16 they're out of. That'd be, oh god, that'd be a loud freaking. That'd be loud.
I think you'd probably have to ask me that question like just before like the election or something, or just after, because I'm not sure. I would probably want to get a few more AK mags before I was happy. And
wait, how many? Don't give me an exact number, but how many AK mags do you have? Just wondering.
I think I have around, I don't know, 12, 14, something like that.
Well, am I allowed to count the crappy Tapco mags?
Absolutely. Okay, and shit hits the fan, or and post something. You know, for me, if let's say I'm hard up for money and something's out there, I'll sell a Tapco mag for $30-$40.
I
actually like the Tapco mags better than I do the P mags.
I like the.
I've never had a P mag.
I've never had an AKP mag either. I don't even know they made them.
Yep.
I know didn't Tapco just did something where they have the metal notch or the metal thing on the
No.
mags, or
No.
they just
Tapco's all polymer.
didn't they should release something new at SHOT Show where they had a metal notch? You know,
You are talking about Magpul.
Mag-
Magpul's wanting to get steel reinforcements. I don't think it's hit the market yet.
I thought Tapco did. I saw something at the last SHOT Show about it.
I may be wrong, but I haven't heard of anything. But yeah, last time I counted, I had 60 AK mags in one closet.
And you have how many AKs?
A pistol and soon to have 3 rifles.
Oh, well, I just have 1 AK. I think I have like a dozen cheap plastic Tapco mags and about 3 steel mags or something.
Well, what I did is
and two Bulgarian 40 rounder mags.
Okay. What I did is SG Ammo every now and again will run 10-pack sales. It'll be 10 magazines for like $79. So I'd pick that up.
Yep, it'll be on my list. It's definitely on the cheap enough to be able to add it to my preps list and without breaking the bank. There's always you always have a stuff like what do I want from a prepping point of view. I'm gonna be doing a video this week, just doing a BOB bag dump, because it took me like 2 years to put together this. I won this bag for free on the internet, some channel, and I got it's a Rush 24 bag. It's a great bag, but it took like 2 years to just set it up with stuff that I think would be useful to bug out, and then tomorrow I'm supposed to get my Mad Max, South African Defense Force battle vest. So I'm looking forward to that, but I'm not looking forward to paying to build that one out too, but because I'm gonna need to buy more taco mags, more antidote water bags.
With the chest rig, I just have a cheap Blackhawk right now. That is just a mag carrier. I'm wanting to get a full chest rig type thing, but before I spend that money, I'd like to go to a class and run it and see what I would like.
Well, I have an AK chest rig that's just, for AK mags, by that company that just specializes in it.
Yeah.
And what is it? UW? I have to look it up on the internet.
Yeah, I've got basically all the mags that I really want for most of the other weapons that I have. So just more steel mags and mags.
Okay. What do you consider enough mags for a gun? Just wondering. And I know this has been asked many times.
Rifles or handguns?
Both.
I don't care. I mean, I've only got like 2 or 3 for one gun, and I think for the AR, good God. For the ARs that I have, I think I've got probably like 40 or something now, and that's like, what the hell would I ever, that's just too. I wouldn't say that's too many, but for me personally, I just can't see myself ever needing.
Well, something I do with AR bags is, let's say I want to go out and I want to buy something, and not maybe I need a part or something that I'm like, okay, I could really use this, but I can't justify just buying that one thing because of shipping. What I'll do is I'll toss two or three Magpul mags in it. The shipping's not going to go up, and it helps spread the cost of shipping over those items. So I go ahead and I do that, and I've racked up quite a few Magpul mags. And I've done that. I have a few bolt hold open mags, which I need to find them in the mags and probably end up getting rid of them. So I only have one type of AK mag.
I don't want both hold open mags for my AK. I mean,
if you really want that, I mean, as long as it's got a metal piece on it, you can make that yourself, no problem. It takes a Dremel and 10 minutes of your time.
Oh, to make them all bolt hole open? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, I definitely could. It's just, yeah, well, the thing is, I don't want to do something to a firearm that is outside the norm and get basically have training scars and get accustomed to stuff, you know. But
That's
for like my M&P, I have let's see 6, 7, 8,
Here's a
9, and
company that
I have 9 or 10 mags, and then I have what I do is since I used to shoot competition with my M&P, I have 5 magazines that have only had dummy rounds in it, and the base plates are painted white. And for my CZs, I just got 6 more mags for it, and I also have I shoot with 6. I have 6 extra, and then I have 5 dummy round mags, and then I had the 3 that came with the gun.
take a quick look at that link I put in there for AK gear.
Okay, UW gear.
Yeah, I got one of those. I didn't actually. I think I got an older version. I don't think I have either one of these.
Yeah, no, I just got a Black Hawk. It holds 4. Actually, it'll hold 8 across because they're double stacked. They're double pouches, and then it has a pistol mag on each side. And I got it for like $20. So.
Yeah, you can get cheap stuff off of eBay, or original stuff. You don't have to have like all the UW gear. I think this is the one. This company made the stuff. I'm gonna have to I'll take a picture of my. I'll upload a picture of my AK rig, but since my AK isn't my main battle rifle, I just I really prefer the Tavor with I'm happy with a bunch of double taco mags stuck on one of my belt, one of my rig, and when I get that battle vest, I'll have tons of place to put ammo. So it'll be.
Guys, I need to get out of here.
All right, thanks for stopping by.
Yep.
And so this has been Hawaii Volcano Squad. Check me out on YouTube. Go to gunchannels.com. Check out all the really interesting people. And if you have time, it's free to sign up for Gun Channels. And gunchannels.com/HVS is my channel. And there's a bunch of really people who know more about guns than me on here and more about reloading than I ever want to know. And
that's not me.
You know more about reloading than me, though, but that's not saying much. So, just nice, friendly arguments about movie theater shootings and how to respond and stuff like that.
And one thing about gun channels is sometimes we act like we're bitching at each other and stuff like that, but it's all in good fun. We're pretty much buddies with everyone on here, and it's just basically conversation between friends sitting at a bar. We have some heated discussions, some arguments and disagreements, but come to the end of the day, we're all here for the same thing.
Yep, Second Amendment rights. We got a lot of stuff on that on here, so it's a good resource. Check it out. And this has been Lock and Load Monday broadcast. The world's a mess, but Gun Channels isn't. So check it all out, and thanks again. Aloha from the Big Island of Hawaii.